right, what's up? What's up? What's up? We are back with some breaking news. R. Kelly has been found guilty of all charges. Okay, all charges. So I'm gonna read this. When y'all come on in the room, make sure y'all like the video. Of course, we're gonna take some phone calls, but I this is breaking news. We're not shocked. I'm not shocked. Not at all. It was time, but I'm gonna read it. Okay, give me a second because there's a lot of reading to do. Oh no, not that one. Got a lot of reading to do, so give me a quick second here. Where we at? So shout out to the producers here. He's guilty on all charges. All right, and so this is not news for a lot of people that already knew the man was guilty, but the courts found him guilty. Breaking news, Kelly has been convicted by a federal jury in New York in racketeering conspiracy, alleging he was in charge of a criminal enterprise that preyed on young women for his sexual desires. And if you could even go deeper into the article and just go head on, let me see. Let me just type his name in because he is definitely trending out here. R. Kelly is convicted of racketeering and sex trafficking by a federal jury in New York. Juries have found R&B singer R. Kelly guilty of racketeering and sex trafficking charges. In this federal case in the Eastern District of New York, Kelly faced a total of 9 counts. 1 count of racketeering with 14 underlying acts that include sexual exploitation of a child, kidnapping, bribery, sex trafficking charges, and also 8 additional counts of violation of the Mann Act, a sex trafficking law. The jury, made up 7 men and 5 women, began deliberating Friday afternoon. In all, Kelly could face decades in prison as sentencing, which is scheduled for May 4th. The verdict comes 13 years after Kelly, whose full name is Robert Sylvester Kelly, was acquitted of child pornography charges at an Illinois state trial. An attorney for Kelly said they were considering filing the appeal and are disappointed in the verdict. The trial began August 18th. 50 prosecutions and defense witnesses took the stand during the 5-week trial, including victims who identify as Jane Doe's and Kelly indictment. There were 45 prosecution witnesses. Jane Doe 1 was the singer Aaliyah, who died in 2001. Juries heard from multiple witnesses who were present at his marriage to Kelly on August 31st, 1994, when he was 27 and she was 15. Prosecutors showed copies of the couple's marriage license application, which lists Aaliyah age at 18 at the time of their wedding, as well as their marriage license and marriage certificate. Kelly's former tour manager, Demetrius Smith, testified redundantly that he bribed a worker at a welfare office in Chicago area to create a welfare ID for Aaliyah. I made her, the welfare office worker, an offer. She took the money, Smith testified. I gave her $500. While the ID did not list Aaliyah's date of birth, Illinois official testified September 15th that generally a person had to be at least 18 to obtain that particular type of ID. Nathan Iman, a minister who married the two, spoke publicly for the first time about the marriage while testifying September 1st day, said he met the couple the day he married them. I don't think it was anybody special. I didn't understand it at all, Iman testified. Jury also heard from a woman who identified herself only as Stephanie, who says she met Kelly at an event in Chicago in 1999 when she was 17, and that he eventually invited her to his studio. I remember, this is a quote, I remember him asking my age, Stephanie testified. When I said I was 17, he said it was fine. Stephanie testified Kelly sexually abused her when she was 17 and recorded them having sex. He paid for her to travel to Florida to meet him on her 18th birthday and stopped speaking with him shortly after the trip. She described fearing his angry outbursts, saying he would yell at her in public places. A former radio intern who identified herself as Soja testified September 9th that Kelly invited her to travel to Chicago to interview him at his studio in 2003 when she was 21. And once she arrived, the employee put her in a room, and Soja quickly realized she was locked from the outside. She says she was kept in the room several days, occasionally let out to go to the bathroom and shower. The door was locked. I wanted to get out. Soja testified. She lost consciousness after Eating her first meal in days and saw Kelly adjust his pants. She woke up. She testified that she believed he sexually assaulted her when she was unconscious. So this is go on and on and on about the testimony, this full case of R. Kelly. We're not shocked. We're not surprised that R. Kelly has been found guilty. He can serve how many years? Let's see. How many years can the judge give him? Let's see. He could possibly serve man over 100 years. Over 100 years. R. Kelly served up. He could serve over 140 years in prison. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna open up the phone lines. Give me a second. That's what we're gonna do here. We're gonna allow you all to call in. Let the people call in. What you got to say now? We ain't shocked. I'm not shocked. I mean, the man was guilty. He's a sick, perverted person. He don't need to be out free. I'm still listening to his music. Now that I'm going to continue to listen to his music. But him as a man, I don't know. Absolutely not. He don't need to be out. Absolutely. He don't need to be out free. I know he's crying, but you did with these women. You deserve. You did the crime. You deserve to do the time. Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna open up the lines and allow y'all to call in. Okay, give me a second. Make sure y'all thumbs up and share this live. Okay, share this live. If you are in the building, share this live, man. This is breaking news. I got the update, man. My DM was just buzzing, so I had to log out of Instagram because I'm like, I'm about to go live, y'all. I see it. You, man, I see it. I'm about to go live, so I had went on and did it. Okay, give me a second. All right. All right, here we go. I have to go live for you. Open up these phone lines. So he can serve over 100 and some odd years. He'd be dead. He would die in prison, and that's a fact. If the judge give him that, there's no way. In federal, you have to do you got to do a lot of time in federal. State is a little different, but I told you, like when federal
Your
prosecutors.
show now, press 1.
Your show is scheduled to start in 32 seconds.
All right. We got the update. This is federal. This is not state. This is a federal grand jury finding him guilty. This wasn't a state. This is federal. And when the feds come after you, they come to win. Okay, they have proved their case, and he still got 2 cases to fight. So this is this one, and he still.
Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right. The phone lines is open up.
Talk Radio.
The number is 646-716-8447. That is the number, 646-716-8447. Let's go. Last 4, 5. Okay. Can you turn me down the back? Hello? Hello, 5?
Hello?
Can you turn me down the back? Make sure y'all mute me. This is live. Have me turn me off on your TV when you call it in on your phone. Okay, 5931. You live on the air.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, I really think, these crimes were committed, a while ago, and I'm a producer in an industrial. I mean, the type of shit he, pissing on people, and the type of, this stuff should have been handled, you know what I'm saying? But I guess because he had money and everything, and, he kept postponing it, and he kept, so justice was served for Aaliyah.
Okay. All right. Because he got something playing in the back. All right, Justice. Okay. If you call it in, make sure you don't have nothing playing in the back. I don't know what the word he was doing. Okay. The number is 646-716-8447. This is the proof. Like when you lose all your money, they can come after you. This was the time to really build up a case against him. Not shocked at all that this happened. We knew this. I say he's going to be guilty and all counts. He's guilty on all counts. So we've been covering this R. Kelly stuff for years. So this is nothing new. I'm not surprised, nor is the general public is not surprised. And of course, I'm going to read a couple of tweets. All right. Have your background silent. Do not have me playing in the back. Let me go to the next caller. 3071. You're live on the air.
Hi, Wiley. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
I'm. It's unfortunate that all of this had to take place again when he should have been found guilty when this first happened. With that, I think she was 14. But he had the money to, from what I understand, to pay the little child off because she was a child and her family. It should have also been this should have been taken care of back when he married Aaliyah, and anybody who was there, who was in support of it, should also be facing some type of child trafficking or whatever charges against them also. I don't feel bad for him. I'm still on the fence about listening to his music. But he is a hit maker and he has classics that will just play on for years and years. There are so many people who knew how bad he was, but at that time, he had the clout, he had the money, and it was all good. Being that this is a federal case, they already knew what was going on.
Like they had a strong case. And let me tell you, if people talking about mute R. Kelly, do that mean mute the music that he wrote and produced? That means you're muting a lot of music. So the reason why I'm not going to stop listening to his music because I'm a fan. If you're a fan of Aaliyah's first album, that was produced by R. Kelly. So we have to be careful with this whole mute because he did produce a lot of hits. I know how to separate the man from his bad activity, the predatory activity, and also the good music that he produced. So I'm all about the good music that he produced. So I'm going to continue to listen to the music.
I'm trying to learn how to do that like you, because for a long time and still to this day, I can't listen to his music, but then I have to think about it. I am listening to other hits that he has created. So I should, separate the two. And then another point I wanted to make, when R. Kelly wanted to leave the U.S. and go, I think it was over to Dubai, that should have let everyone know then that he's trying to evade, just like Russell Simmons and some of the other ones who know that there is a strong case against them, that they will be found guilty. So let me leave. And I'm glad he did not get to leave, because now these families and victims, they're seeing justice. So thanks for listening to me. I'm gonna hang up so somebody else can.
All right, thank you so very much. And so let me thank you so very much for calling in. All right, so I want to hear from people. Like, call in. How do you feel? I know some of y'all, most of them are, most of them at work, working home for work, working at home. So anyway, let's go to the next caller. Anonymous, you live on air.
Hello.
Hi.
Wiley, can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, yes. Good afternoon. I am very happy that R. Kelly was found guilty, as he should have been. What I did not know going into this is that R. Kelly was a cult leader, not just a pedo. He was actually a cult leader. And that's why during trial, when it came out that there were John Does, that fits with sex cult leaders, because it all stems from sexual deviancy. And it's like you have a lot of women, so now you're tired of all these women. Now you want to go to their children. You're tired of all the girls. Now you want to go to the boys, then animals. All that ties into it. Sexual deviancy. R. Kelly got a second chance at life 13 years ago, but the thing that some people are maybe missing, he could not help himself. There is no cure for pedo. You must put them under the prison or kill them. If R. Kelly would have gotten off, even after all this bad publicity, he would have done it again. You must lock a pedo up. That is the only solution. Hello?
Man, I hear you.
And I'm not Miss Cleo, but I'm saying that in the comments. One more thing.
I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying, but he's gonna get his justice in prison. But I agree with you. Anybody that's there should definitely serve a lot of time in prison. almost definitely.
Well,
But
because there's no cure.
it's
But one more thing.
I don't
but
think it's no cure either.
I will still be listening. I will still be listening to the music. Okay? It seems
So-
like you're ready.
Oh,
That
no.
is my song. It will always be my song. Period. All right. Thank you, Wiley. Love you.
Oh man. Did she just get up here and try to sing some R&B? Oh, no. You ain't gonna come over here like that. Okay. All right. Now what song you still gonna be singing, man?
It seems like you're ready. I love the song. I was 16, Step in the Name of Love, Chocolate Factory. The man is a musical genius. It's just quite unfortunate that he's maybe, I guess, I'm not making excuses, but his childhood and whatnot messed him up. But I am never going to take that away from R. Kelly, period. The man is a genius. And to be honest with you, I really hope for the sake of his children so that they can continue getting some sort of child support and so that his victims could civilly sue him. I hope he keeps writing while he's in prison because he's not coming out, Wiley.
Oh, he's not coming out.
He's going to be sentenced on May 4th.
Yes.
And he's going to get at least 50 years in prison. That's it.
Oh, absolutely.
But I would hope that talent doesn't go to waste.
Absolutely.
And he keeps writing. He's a genius. Period.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Wiley. Love you so much. Thank you.
Love you so much.
Bye-bye.
This woman's just got up here and said, okay, all right. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. She came up here talking about how Gizzy and Diaz quoted one of his records. You better go ahead, man. All right. We gotta go to the next caller. Okay. Anonymous, you live on the air. Anonymous, you live on the air.
Hey, what's going on, Wiley?
Hey, how you doing?
As soon as I seen this message, I just had to let you know that breaking news is occurring. But I just feel sad for R. Kelly because he's not the only one. I'm sure they offered him deals, but it seems like he didn't take anything. Do you believe that?
Oh no, it's definitely he's going to probably work with them to name some other people, but he went down. And if I were R. Kelly, I'll be like, since I'm going down, let me tell on this person, let me tell on that person. You know what I'm saying? Because it was a system. I don't think that he was the only artist that did it. He just got caught, but there's other artists that been doing this. He ain't the only predator in the industry.
Absolutely not. And I agree with you when you say we have to be careful when we say cancel culture, because I'm sure he made songs with Jay-Z as well. So being that he was found guilty today, would Jay-Z take off the records? So we have to be careful with that.
Absolutely. I agree with you
but
on that.
I feel sad for him because he is another black brother.
I don't feel sorry for him at all.
They're going to be listening to his song.
Right. I don't feel sorry for him because at the same time, he was the one that did this behavior. I can't feel sorry for a man that took advantage of these underage women and these young women. It was his fault. I'm not going to feel sorry for him because he should have stopped when he got off the first time. He should have stopped that behavior. But no, he felt emboldened to say, okay, they got me, so let me continue this behavior.
I have a question, because I wasn't really too into it like that, like the R. Kelly publicist, and I can't wait for her to call in. Please call in. But were all the women underage, or were there some that was of age? It was some underage, some was of age. So it was both. He had underage. So, he had some that were young. Some were young ladies, and some was like 16 or 17. So yeah. So it was a lot. It was very complex. And they've been around, yeah. But I just want to say this real quick because, I could be a little freak. I'm a Scorpio. What the heck? So, choke me up. Have fun. We like that. Some of the girls probably like that too. The ones that's of age. Yeah, but listen, some probably was down with it and some wasn't. My thing is this: once he got
free from the first time, he should have just left it alone. If I were him, because you have already, he continued the behavior, and with the Aaliyah thing, that was illegal. You didn't supposed to do that. So the federal government got him on a lot of stuff. Their case was very strong, and so when I was following the trial, I'm like, there's no way R. Kelly getting away with this, because this is not state, right? This is federal. So when they came at him, they already had evidence on top of evidence, witnesses on top of witnesses, because this was the first time we ever heard about him getting married to Aaliyah, and who the minister and the person on the team that had that got the ID. But he need to go down because you got falsified government documents. But they probably did a deal.
I was about to say the same thing, but isn't that weird that only R. Kelly is going down in this scenario?
Because he's the big fish. So all the people that probably helped him probably took a deal with the federal to testify, and so they won't get no charges. But it's no telling how this is going to go, because you never know. R. Kelly might do an interview and say, I ain't the only one that did it. Such and such did it. This one did it, and that one did it. So we just don't know what R. Kelly next move going to be when he's in prison, because he could do interviews.
And case sensitive, look at Bill Cosby. He went in for a couple and came right out. So we never know. But
the reason why the Bill Cosby and R. Kelly thing is totally different. Bill already had like an agreement with the prosecutor. He had an agreement that he will not file any criminal charges once he testified in his deposition. In a deposition, the prosecutor said, I won't file any criminal charge. I won't come after you criminal. That was a deal. Since they broke that deal, that's how Bill Cosby got off. R. Kelly is different. He didn't have a deal by no prosecutor. They didn't make no deal. Say, hey, we won't prosecute.
But how do we know that?
No, it was no deal. If it was a deal like that, the lawyers would have been brought it up. It was no deal. He didn't have no deal. Of no prosecutor made a deal and say, hey, we will not prosecute you if you testify in this deposition. He didn't have that type of deal. Bill Cosby had a good deal. R. Kelly didn't have no deal like that, and he went down because the feds went like boom, like they got him.
My last question before I get off, because I know other people want to call in. Do you think they're going to rally and protest free R. Kelly?
No.
What's your thought on that?
Absolutely not. It's going to be the people is tired. They not worried about R. Kelly. People did it before when he had all that power. Now, if he was relevant and making up-to-date music on television, on up-to-date movies, then maybe I would see a massive protest, but he's not that relevant anymore. When he first had his first trial, he was the hottest thing around, #1 hits, doing tours all around the world. So of course you would get a massive protest, but his popularity went down. And even when the people did a free R. Kelly march, it was like 10 people, about 10 folks, 10 people.
Wow, 10?
About 10 people. They was in Chicago talking about free R. Kelly. Even when they was in front of the courthouse with the case, it was only one person playing this song. It was only one person out there. So again, if he was relevant and had some #1 hits out right now, it would be more of a push of his public coming out. And then if he was out of prison and him doing interviews and concerts, he could have rallied his supporters to really apply pressure, but he was in jail. So the public were like, man, hey, you down for this. We moved on. We on August Alsina or Chris Brown. We on something different right now.
And final point, I know you said he has other cases coming up. Can the judge be lenient and like run them together?
I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. That's a legal question. I don't know. I don't know what more they could do. If this man he could possibly face 140 some odd years already with this case. I don't know how much. So regardless of what it is, he's going to spend the rest of his life in prison. That's
just says 2 more court cases, correct?
Right. I think he have 2 more. So they may just drop it since he already serving 140 some year. But I don't think they will continue it. But hey, I'm here to watch it. That's a good legal question. I'm not an attorney. I don't know. That's up to the prosecutor, to be honest, if they're going to continue with their case in those other jurisdictions.
All right, great job. I've been watching you all morning.
All right, thank you so very much. Okay.
And by the way, the governor's ball was amazing.
Oh, I saw the videos, and Megan was amazing
too.
Worries. Yeah. All right, thank you so much for calling in. All right.
All right, later.
All right, bye. Okay, that was Icon from New York. We're gonna go to we got one more federal and you got one more state. Yeah, they might just drop it. I don't even think they would. Would they keep it? Hey, I'm not a lawyer. Don't give me the line. 1838, call you on the air.
Hello, how you doing, brother?
Welcome to the Wiley Show. How you doing?
Doing all right. I got 3 main points. If you allow me to get to these 3 main points,
Okay,
I
go
truly
ahead.
appreciate it. Point number 1, shout out to my favorite content creator, Tasha K. She broke this story. She broke this story with Geronda Page and Faith and all those other girls long before Lifetime and long before the public pressure from the Lifetime movie is the reason why R. Kelly was on trial and in jail today. So I want to say that first. So I'll knock that out of the way. Secondly, with this R. Kelly situation is an indictment on us as a black community. And what I mean by that is this. We normalize that type of behavior. We normalize young women or even men dating older women and older men. And it was okay for a long period of time. Even when R. Kelly married Aaliyah back in the 90s, we thought it was a joke. We made jokes about the shit. They even had jokes all through Comedy View and Def Jam and everything else because we thought that type of life was normal. And so what it says to me is when R. Kelly became guilty today by the verdict is like it lets us know how broken as a society we are as a human race, and we need to really not only wise up, but demonize behavior like this, because at the end of the day we're not respecting ourselves to think that this type of behavior from R. Kelly or any other person is okay. What you think, Wiley?
Listen, he's guilty and he went down for all the charges and he deserved it. This is all because of R. Kelly. This is not us as the people. This is R. Kelly doing. Like, he did this wicked behavior and he got his day. He finally, hey, guilty, brother. Like, you finally got caught up and his money went dry. If you're going to continue to this, you better make sure you're paying off everybody. He became a broke artist, and that's why I think we are here today. Not just only the documentary, but R. Kelly lost his power. He don't have any more money. Like, if he was half the money that he had back in the day, I don't think a lot of them people wouldn't even testify because they would have been paid off.
And that's true. Rewild transition his guilty verdict to the black community, because like I said, at the end of the day, we normalize this. We normalize men, older men dating younger women in their teens and stuff like that. And I just felt like he would have probably been canceled a long time ago if we would have not normalized this type of behavior, not feel like this type of behavior is okay. I think that's where I was coming from with the situation. Mm-hmm. And one last point, because I want to get out of the way, R. Kelly ain't the only one that dated younger women. I mean, let's think about Jay-Z dated Foster Brown when she was a teen. We all love Notorious B.I.G., but he dated, Lil' Kim when she was a teen. And, we go back to even like Barry Gordon and all these other artists that's in the industry that date these younger women when they're teenagers and molding them into the women that they are today. And that just is a creepy behavior. It's a cycle that is occurred in the music industry that needs to really be cleaned up. But thank you, Wiley. I truly appreciate talking to you and calling your show, and thank you for your platform.
All right.
I'll talk to you later.
Thank you
Bye.
so very much. I don't think I think that we looked at people that was powerful as celebrities and we just say, hey, we just gonna give him a pass because he a celebrity. He won't do that. He can get any girl, any woman in the world. I think that we all as a people, especially in Chicago, we just looked the other way because he was making good music. But today we're in a different era. We're not in the mid 2000s. We are in the Time's Up Me Too era where you're not going to get away no matter how much power you have when you are doing it. So he kept that behavior up in the wrong time because we in a Time's Up Me Too movement. So you're not going to get away what you got away in the 80s and the 90s and the early 2000s. We are in a different era. All right. Okay. Let's go to the phone lines. 646-716-844. Make sure y'all like the video. Okay. We got a couple of callers in here. 5879, caller, you're on air. 5879. Yes, welcome to the Wiley Show.
Yo, what's going on, man?
Doing
How y'all
good.
doing out there, man?
Doing good.
All right. Yo, listen, this is getting out of control, man. Now, whatever happened to, you know, you got the older men. I ain't saying it's cool to be fucking around with the high schools in here. It's not cool at all, man. But you always done had in the black community these younger women going after the old sugar daddies. Now, y'all mean to tell me R. Kelly's just a sugar daddy ran out of money. Shit. He thought his paper, but we never ever look at Hugh Hefner. Why is that?
Well, Hugh Hefner is dead, so there's no use to even bring him up.
But Hugh
Hefner did in a whole new era. R. Kelly is in it. He's still here. He's still breathing. I guarantee you, if Hugh Hefner was still alive, if he was still alive during this Me Too times up, he would have went down too.
You're looking at R. Kelly because he's black.
He's here. He's still alive.
Famous ass young bitches running around.
He's not the only one that went down. We just had Mr. Weinstein. He's white. He went down for the same type of behavior.
Okay, but listen, like I said though, why we never Hugh Hefner never had nothing foul going on in his house?
I can't speak on that.
Come on, man.
I can't speak on that. But just because Hugh Hefner does it does not make it right for R. Kelly to do that type of behavior. It's just period point blank.
I don't know, but I want the same backlash that if he get, everybody else should get too.
You can't charge a dead man. He's dead. You can't charge a dead man. You have this. It's maggot food. You can't charge a dead man.
No. I ain't saying you can't charge a dead man or whatever, but like I said, man. You can't sit here and place complete blame on R. Kelly. Shit, he had people working for him. Listen, man, if one is guilty, everybody guilty. If one innocent, everybody innocent.
I agree. I agree with you 100% that if the system, his team that did this, they need to go down as well. So I agree with you on that. It's not just R. Kelly. The entire system needs to go down.
And I'm in my 30s, man. I ain't gonna sit here and say like. I mean, I did kind of listen to my mom bumping R. Kelly, and you know, I don't listen to all these women. I don't watch women fall out over R. Kelly. R. Kelly stay hosted. I mean, they'll host a whole damn party catered to women, through the speakers and whatever. This is the same man that made I Believe I Can Fly. Like he also gave hope, motivation to people also. But I ain't trying to take away from what he charged with, because at the end of the day, I do got little daughters too. But listen though, I know for a fact, man, he is not completely guilty. Why ain't the parents ever being charged? Y'all man, listen, ain't no way I'm letting my daughter go to no studio with no grown ass men. And I'm not there. Come on, man.
But I want to be clear with you. One of the producers just sent me on about Bill Cosby and Hugh Hefner was hit with a sexual battery suit over a 2008 Playboy Mansion assault claims. So they was getting stuff against them as well. So Hugh Hefner didn't get away completely free.
You said what year was that?
That was back in 2008 that he had a sexual battery suit against him. So he was sued because of his behavior. So this is Hugh Hefner. So he didn't get. Don't act like he just got away. It was some lawsuits he probably settled and etc.
I never even knew about that. How many other people knew about it was a sexual assault case going on?
Listen, you got to do your research. Google is your friend. Google is your friend. You just have to Google it.
That's definitely true, but nobody. I'm like I said, man. Everybody came to hang out at Hugh Hefner house. Nobody really checked that. Listen, y'all live at Hugh Hefner house. Nobody don't know what y'all real ages is. Shit, paperwork is manipulated every day. Money talk, bullshit walks.
So
am I right or wrong?
He was sued, and again, he's dead. So he's got to meet his maker. I mean, so that's on that. Were you shocked? I want to ask you before I go to the next caller. Were you shocked that the R. Kelly was found guilty on all charges?
No, I wasn't shocked. But also, listen, for somebody, like I said, I grew up in the 90s listening to R. Kelly and all that. But for a couple years ago, they said R. Kelly went to the bank and found out he had $350,000. He had less than $500,000. This is R. Kelly. People were being paid off. Parents were selling their kids. People do that shit every day in these damn hoods. Motherfuckers sell their kids off.
But does it make
People
it right?
do this shit. Now, black people have been doing that for a while now. We've been doing that for a while. Look at The Color Purple. Look at
But
that
does
movie.
it? But
What you
listen
call
to
that?
me. Does it make it right though? You say it's been doing it for a while.
No, it doesn't.
And that's
No,
why.
no, I'm
that's
not,
why.
I'm not saying
That's
it
why
right.
we're in a different era. That's how you can't get away when you can get when you got away back in the day. We're not in back in the day now. We're in the 21st century. We're in the Time's Up Me Too movement, and so it is what it is. But thank you so much for calling in. Okay. All right. Okay, we're gonna go to the next caller. 2837. Call you on air. 2837. Hello. 2837. Hello. Hello. 646. You live on air. Okay.
Hello.
Yes. Welcome to the Wiley Show. I was about to go to the next caller.
How
What's
are
up? Yes. What's were you shocked at the verdict? What's on your mind about this R. Kelly verdict?
Oh my gosh, I was elated. I was ecstatic. I was so happy. Let me tell you something about Black people. They do not protect. Black people have no respect. The reason why the world don't respect us is because we don't respect our own. I mean, it's just to discuss the audacity of some of these women, how they were defending him. I mean, you have all of the evidence. Even if you didn't watch the R. Kelly situation where the surviving R. Kelly on Lifetime, even if you didn't see that on Netflix, right? There's plenty of things out there that you could say, well, this man, something has to happen to him. And just like the last caller, people always talking about, oh, well, what about this person? What about that person? So should that, just because Hugh Hefner didn't get charged, does that mean that he should walk free for what he did? I feel sorry for those little kids, especially if you watch the R. Kelly, the surviving R. Kelly. I'll never forget that little girl that he turned into a boy that she doesn't want. I want to hear her story. We heard Geronda Pace. We heard all the rest of them. We heard a little bit of her story, but he literally turned this little 14, 15-year-old girl into his boy toy. She came in as a girl and walked out as a boy, 10 pounds lighter. And from what they were alluding to, it was that they had, she had to have sex with him with dildos and stuff like that. And I really am interested, out of all of them that got taken advantage of by R. Kelly, I really want to hear her story, because he changed that girl. He messed her head completely up. Now she's gay. Now she's been living like that for 5 years. And the mother came, they showed on Surviving R. Kelly how the mother came and got her. It's just horrible. You think this man, and then they out there step into the name of love in the doggone court, in front of the court. It's disgusting. If these were some little white girls, and they would have went off. It would be so much going down, and it's just disgusting and embarrassing that Black people are not standing up for our own. Like, our lives mean nothing. What do you think, Wiley?
I agree with you 100%. I agree with you on that, and I want to echo what Ernest Owens, which is a journalist, he said, now is not the time to compare and contrast R. Kelly to other abusers right now. So people are trying to compare. No, just speak on this is the topic with R. Kelly. It took him to lose his money, to lose his power, because money is power. I don't think we would have been here today if this was the same powerful R. Kelly back in the day, with the power, the money.
That's true.
I don't think a lot of those women would corrupt. Right. A lot of them women, when it came on the R. Kelly of Surviving R. Kelly, because a lot of them women weren't even paid that much to do it. Some was paid $1,000. That ain't no money. So if he would have still had
the money, that girl, you remember that girl that he that was his, that used to braid his hair?
On the movie,
he paid her.
He did pay her.
The one braided hair that he said he spat in her face all those times, and then ejaculated on her. He paid her $500,000. She took that money and went to nursing school. But who has $500,000? And then there was a lawyer. Then there's a lawyer that if you want to settle anything, call that lawyer, and the lawyer be like, handing everybody $500,000.
He was
So no wonder he's broke.
Yeah, he paid off a lot of people. You're right. Absolutely.
Yeah, a lot of money. $250,000. What happened to your good old $50,000, $30,000? No, he was paying big money. I don't know who was advising him, but a lot of those people would have taken a lot less, I believe.
Oh, absolutely. They would have took 5 racks, 20, whatever.
Yeah.
At that time.
And
but
he's in there, boy.
And like I put it on my Twitter, I said it took R. Kelly to go broke to get justice. It took him to be found guilty on all charges. If he was still wealthy, I don't know. Because Mr. Weinstein, he's wealthy. Harvey Weinstein is a wealthy man. He was found guilty. I would just think that we're in a different time and they not playing, especially when the feds come after you. Okay. Thank you so much for calling in.
They have a 99% conviction rate.
Absolutely.
So when they come, they already got you.
Facts.
Basically, they've already gathered enough. When they come for you, they got you already.
Facts. There you go. Thank you so very much for calling.
And by the way, Wiley, this is Cleopatra Dawn, the one that's always harassing you.
Okay. Thank you so much for calling in.
Okay. All right.
All right. Bye-bye. Okay. Let's go to the phone lines. Anonymous, you live on the air.
Hey, Wiley, how are you?
I'm doing all right.
Okay. So, this is definitely not the verdict that I expected, but I just want to speak on the point of what the caller just stated. She was inaccurate about Dominique. Dominique was with R. Kelly from the age of 18, and she stayed with R. Kelly for 10 years. Dominique is married to a man with child. She's preparing to get married. So all of that, she was with R. Kelly at 15, and he turned her into a boy. That is inaccurate. Dominique was subpoenaed to testify for the prosecution, and she refused. Dominique has been adamant that her mother was lying, and none of the stuff that her mom had alleged happened to her. Hence is why she was running from testifying in the trial, because it was a lie. Now, I know a lot of people is not going to like what I'm about to say, but this right here is a slap in the face to Black America, period. Okay? This is systemic racism, for one. This is plantation at its finest. R. Kelly got charged with the Mann Act, which was a law that was created for slaves, for interracial relationships. For a Black man to get charged with the Mann Act, that right there is already set in precedent in its own. Now, one would ask themselves, why, if the Mann Act applies, why didn't they charge Jeffrey Epstein with the Mann Act? Why is Ghislaine Maxwell still sitting in jail? She's not charged with the Mann Act, right? They was never even charged with the RICO. So why is R. Kelly being charged with a RICO, running a criminal enterprise? Right? Wasn't Ghislaine Maxwell the one that was recruiting little girls for Jeffrey Epstein and these presidents and these princes and stuff like that? Wasn't she the one going out there recruiting these girls, and Jeffrey Epstein was sleeping with them, flying them over private jets? Ask yourself why Epstein was never charged with a Mann Act or RICO, or why is Ghislaine Maxwell sitting in jail never charged with the Mann Act or the RICO? Now, what about Woody Allen? Woody Allen that had married his adopted daughter and started sleeping with her when he was 12. Why, if he's still alive, why haven't they gone after Woody Allen? These are things that we have to ask ourselves, because basically this is white America telling us you're still a slave and we're going to do whatever we want to do with you. There is no way that R. Kelly should have been in federal court. There is no way that he should have been charged with a RICO. There is no way that he should have been charged with the Mann Act. If you listen to the news publications when they were reporting on this, and based on the testimonies that they were witnessing in court, they all said that this trial does not support RICO. It does not support Mann Act. So you tell me, how was this jury and this judge able to persuade this jury to rule on a Mann Act and RICO that got this man facing 140 years in prison. And these women testimonies changed 3 and 4 times while they were on the stand. They got caught up in so many lies. As I stated before, none of these women, he was never charged with statutory rape of none of these women. He was never charged with rape on none of these women. He was never charged with drugging any of these women. And in court, it was never proven that he did any of that. So why is he charged with a Mann Act and a RICO? And why aren't all these other white, even if you want to talk about Harvey Weinstein, why wasn't Harvey Weinstein charged with a RICO or a Mann Act? Why are they charging R. Kelly with this? If we want to compare and contrast, if you want to talk about, okay, well, they charged Harvey Weinstein, why didn't he get hit with the Mann Act or a RICO? Those are questions that we should ask, because if you feel like he's guilty, right? You should still want him to be fair. You don't want things to be prejudiced for black versus white. Because if you feel like, okay, well, he committed these are crimes against women, where there are other men that committed crimes against women, right, that are white. Why is this black man sentenced differently from these white counterparts? These are questions that we should be asking. We shouldn't just be sitting back and celebrating, okay, they found R. Kelly guilty, he's going to jail for the rest of his life. He deserved it. He did this, he did this, he did that, he did that. No, that's not how, because if we're telling them how to treat us. Because if R. Kelly today, it could be your son, it could be your uncle, it could be your nephew, it could be your brother, it could be your daddy, it could be your favorite rapper, it could be your favorite R&B singer, it could be your favorite celebrity, black celebrity, any of them, actor, actresses, it could be any of them, because this is setting precedents for how white America is going to treat black America. You mean to tell me that it's illegal for a man
I want
to
to say
pay for
the
a flight
Mann
for a
Act
woman to travel across state
is
lines,
known as
but
the
you got
white.
the city girls talking about getting flued out?
Okay, but this is why
You
he's
mean to
going
tell
with
me
the
that
Mann.
that's illegal?
I'm going to say with the Mann Act, it was a federal law that criminalized the transportation of any woman or girl for the purpose of prostitution and for the immoral
Okay,
purpose.
but city
So
girls
that's
say, I
so
want to
that
get
it's not
flued
about
out. So city
it's
girls
not
tell
about
the
the
nigga,
city
they
girls.
say,
It's not
fly
about
me
the city
out
girls. It's not
for
about the
sex,
city
right?
girls. It's not about the city girls. They have not been charged.
That's not what
They
I'm
have
saying,
they're not on
Wiley.
charge. What I'm
not
saying
saying
is
that
the
it's about
reason.
city girls.
Hold
What
on,
I'm
but one
saying
second.
is that
The reason
it's
why R.
about a man
Kelly
paying
was
to fly a
charged
woman
with the
across
Mann
the
Act,
state.
he was flying them around and he was for sex. Yes, illegal. You can't be paying
Sex.
people to come in and flying around, getting tickets and do all that. You just can't do that. So that's why he was charged with the Mann Act.
It's illegal for you to fly your girlfriend to Texas.
I never did it. I never did that. Listen, I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you the Mann Act. I'm just giving you the Mann Act of what it is. That you have to
and
take
that's
that
what
out.
I'm trying to say, Wiley.
But
I
again, they use that. They use that.
Basically paying for flights for women to come so that you can have sex with them. I understand that, but what I'm saying is that in society, people are getting flued out. It's not uncommon for a man to pay for their girlfriend to travel. That's not uncommon. People are flying people everywhere all day. You hear these rappers talking about flying women out. You hear these women talking about wanting to be flown out.
He was also charged with I believe kidnapping as well, because when a lady could leave, that's kidnapping. So I'm just saying, R. Kelly was found on all charges. I don't think this is a black thing and we should rally behind it. He is a guilty man.
Sex trafficking, what they're charging him with for sex trafficking for the RICO, Wiley, this is going to be a ripple effect. Right now, what they just did was they told groupies, thoughts, people that the Instagram models, that all you got to do is say, hey, this man did this, and they're going to lock up all of the men. They're going to lock up all of the men. If this Instagram girl say he flew me here, that's sex trafficking. But you got songs that's talking about getting flued out. How is that sex trafficking if you are going willingly? You say, hey, I want to see you. And I say, okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and book this flight for you. I'm sex trafficking you? How does that make sense? These are things that we have to think about. Like, I understand everybody want to celebrate. They want to, people are out here kicking up for joy, but we really need to pay attention, because this can be us, and we are teaching these people how to treat us? How are we fighting for freedom and fighting for equality when we know somebody is being unjustly done? It should not be illegal to fly somebody. Like if you want to come see me and I say I'm gonna pay for it, that's not. And we have sex, that should not be illegal. And if that's the case, then they need to lock the whole world up because people.
But
but
again, they're saying that it was minors, and then also saying with Aaliyah, he married Aaliyah, which was a minor. So you have to understand, a lot of them people were minors. So I'm just saying, like, you can't do that with minors.
He's not charged with any of them. He's not charged with no minors, Wiley. You said it yourself earlier today. The judge said all of them was adults. So we talking about adults that is consenting to have sex, that is consenting, is calling to say, hey, I want to see you, book me a flight.
Those act includes bribery, kidnapping, forced labor, in violation of the Mann Act. Racketeering count carry a sentence up to 20 years. The jury separately considered 8 Mann Act counts related to transportation and coercion of 2 women, including a minor. Each of the Mann Act counts carry up to 10 years imprisonment. So that's what I'm saying, including a minor. So one of them were a minor. So this ain't something that we're making up. These are what the news are reporting here.
Wally, I can guarantee you this is going to be overturned.
I highly doubt it.
And his attorney is already talking about, taking this to the appellate court because there was a lot of corruption done in this case. But again, I don't think that this is something that should be celebrated because, again, the RICO and the Mann Act does not fit the allegations. And if you feel that it does, then ask yourself why Gazelle Maxwell, that it has been sitting in jail, has not been charged with a RICO and the Mann Act. Ask yourself why Epstein was never charged with that. Ask yourself why Woody Allen is still running around here free.
All right.
There's a lot of questions that we should be asking.
I'm going to go to the next. All right. Thank you so much for calling. I'm going to go to the next caller. All right. Mm-hmm. Everybody was requesting her to call in. She called in. All right. Let's go to the next caller. 5111 calling on air.
Hi, Wiley.
Hi.
I don't understand what the defense is about. Like, he was a grown man. These were impressionable young women. You know what I'm saying? He's in jail. He's where he should be. I remember being 16 and grown men trying to holler at me like, you're a creep. He's supposed to be in jail. I am surprised, though, because almost everybody who testified against him had been caught in a lie, so I didn't think he would be convicted, but I'm not surprised. Not by a long shot.
Yeah, it's not cool. Like, people keep saying, oh, this is normal. It's not cool to be hollering at a 15, 16, at an underage person. It's not cool at all. It is illegal. And so R. Kelly got caught up, and he finally had his day in court. The jury decided. I mean, I don't care how mad you get, the jury decided today, guilty on all counts.
And then my thing is, callers come in, well, what about this person and that person? Like, no, it's important that they get in trouble for what they did if they did it. But right now we're talking about Sylvester Kelly, and he was out of line. But my thing is, I'm just confused on what took them so long, because we've been known about his sexcapades with underage girls. And I remember being younger, hearing about it. I never saw the sextape, but I remember being younger, hearing about it. I remember hearing grown people talk about the tape. You know what I mean? Like, it was okay, but it never was okay. It never was okay. And people like her that just called in is why he was able to do it for so long and so long. Just because you're a celebrity, don't mean you get to do what you want to do. The parents are at fault as well. There's a lot of people outside of him at fault, but he wrong. They know he wrong. And I'm still going to listen to his music, but he wrong. I'll probably still be set by. He wrong. That's all I wanted to call and say. Stop making excuses for poor behavior. That's trash behavior. Don't make excuses for it. Because if my brother is 33, and if he came around me with a 16, 17-year-old girl, I'd cuss his butt out. I'd cuss him out. Oh, like, are you crazy?
Oh, okay. No. All right. Thank you. I hope you subscribe to the channel.
Have a good day.
All right.
You know I am.
Okay. Okay. I have an update. R. Kelly lawyer said Mr. Kelly is disappointed. He was not anticipating this verdict. So that was a lawyer of that. Okay. Let's go to the phone lines. Hold on one second. Anonymous, you live on the air. And we trying to get new callers on. So if you called in before, hold on.
All I'm singing is
Hello? Anonymous?
all I'm singing is step, step, side to side, right in that prison cell.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Don't be doing that right. That prison cell. Okay, let's go. Hold on one sec. 5565, you live on the air.
Hey, Wiley's just coming out of the bushes to come and say, I'm siding with the justice system on this. Before I did call in on your previous shows and stated that, I would hope that he would have not been convicted, but because he was convicted, what can I say? I'm not gonna argue against it. One thing I did want to say, and then I'll go back to the bushes, is for the young lady that was kind of ridiculing the other person for stating that other people should be held accountable as well, and then stated that if her brother had done so, she would cuss him out. But why not call the police? Why not take it a step further like everybody wanted to do with everybody else? So I'm going to go back in the bushes now. Y'all have a good day.
All right. Thank you so very much for calling in. Okay. We also already give an update on here. They said R. Kelly faces from 10 years to life when he's sentenced in May. This is a quote from the prosecutor, Jacqueline. She said, quote, today's verdict forever brands R. Kelly as a predator who used his fame and fortune to prey on the young, the vulnerable, and the voiceless for his own sexual gratification. Okay. All right. Okay, we're going to go to the phone line, 646-716-8447. 9867, you live on the air.
Hey, Wiley.
Hey.
This is the voice of New York. I'm laughing, oh my God, because R. Kelly publicist and I had a little, engagement or discourse, and she was like, oh, she's going to be not guilty. The court system, girl, sit all the way down. Sit all the way down. First of all, we all knew he was guilty. I hope R. Kelly publicists write him letters. I really do. I hope she's on his new defense team. She needs to join his team. She needs to go to jail for him, or at least, help him out in jail. I won't be surprised if she wants to get married to him while he's in jail and, release, the 40, beyond the fiance behind bars stuff. She probably be out there waiting for him. Girl, he's all the way guilty, like the people said. Now, I hate when people utilize this isolated case to say it's going to affect Black America. This is not the same. This is not the same. Do not put the onus on Black America, because Black America, person like me, is not for R. Kelly and his shenanigans. Okay? So it's not going to push the Black America race back at all. There are better cases, other cases that need our publicity compared to R. Kelly, who we grew up with being an offender for years. Now, the girls that she said, oh, they grown. When they were in this little ring, they weren't grown. They were minors, right? And plus, yes, you could get flown out. I know we use the word flued out, but flown out, right? We could. But at the same time, he let those women be, and had them in his little P ring. I don't know if you can say the word on your live, but in the P ring, and held them illegally against their own will. And he coerced them until and did interstate state lines, right? She then said, oh, okay, how about the others? Okay, everyone knows what good for the goose is not good for the gander, right? We can all say that. And everyone's crime is different, okay? The nuances in every crime. I don't know the nuances of all the crime, but I would say I'm happy that the woman gets the justice that is done. I hope, those who believe R. Kelly is innocent, they need to really delve deep in why he's innocent. I think to me, that's asinine. Like, I feel like the evidence is right there, then and there. So I just think I'm glad that we now see someone out on his level get, indicted for all the crimes he did for all the years. Remember, Wiley? Like, we're now in our 30s. Our cousin's been doing this since we were in high school, okay? And that was when, 14, 15, right? And I'm now 32, 33. You said what, Wiley?
No, I say you're right. I was in elementary school when it came out, right? In the mid 2000s.
Exactly.
Yeah, I was in elementary
school.
Up with it. Yeah.
Yeah, we grew up with this, and it's kind of like, dang, now it took 16 or 20 years, okay, for the ladies to get justice, and that's what we must understand why this, like that, and things of that nature. So I'm super happy. And also, Wiley, before I get off, okay, I know you covered this yesterday, but I agree with you with the Nicki Minaj and her son coming on stage. Everyone that would say I'll bring the newborn on stage, they were capping. Okay, I'm mad I missed that live because I'm like, people were delusional on that whole entire call. But that's all I had to say, Wiley. Thank you so much for covering the story, and I look forward to keep hearing updates from you.
All right, thank you. Will do. Okay, I have an update. I'm going to read this out of the Chicago Tribune. He said, R. Kelly dressed in a navy blue suit and a light blue tie. Kelly sat still and started and stared straight ahead as the verdict was read aloud after 2 p.m. Chicago time. As the jury left the courtroom, Kelly was wearing a face mask, stood and claps his hand in front of him, but showed no outward emotion. After the proceeding was adjourned, Kelly whispered something to one of his lawyers before being led from the courtroom with his hands behind his back by a court security officer. Outside the courtroom, Kelly's lawyer told reporters his team was disappointed with the verdict and would be exploring options for appeal. Anonymous, you live on air.
Hi, Wiley.
Hi.
This is my first time calling in. Now, I do not agree with what R. Kelly has done, but I'm one that's on the fence. It does start from the top as far as the parents letting the kids out and not monitoring what they're doing. I mean, I may have a different opinion from others in the comment section, but it does start from the top. You know where your little girl is, your little boys are, and R. Kelly should have definitely gotten help when his sister supposedly had, touched him. Mm-hmm. So I'm just, it's not a sad day for me as far as Black America with R. Kelly, but I'm just, very disappointed. And I am going to continue on listening to his music. So.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Me too.
And Wiley, another thing, I think this was a couple of months ago. I don't know if Tasha K or somebody else said R. Kelly, I don't know if this was a rumor, and they said they was going to give him like 5 or 7 years. I'm thinking now, he's probably thinking now he probably should have taken that deal.
Yeah, if they did offer that, he should have took that. If they offered him that deal, I would have took that because now he's facing a whole lot more time.
Yeah. It's just it's sad, because he has kids and they're gonna, they're probably grown adults. They're gonna be, traumatized or say your dad is this and that. And another thing, this is my final point. He's not the only one, guys. It's people that we're dancing to right now that are bothering with little kids. Come on, think about it. It's a lot of people, like little girls, they turn them in. If you're married for 20 or 30 years, what does a man do? He go get a younger version, whether they're 18 or 17. So he's not the only one. That's all I have to say.
Absolutely. Thank you so very much for calling in. The number is 646-716-8447. All right. Call in, people, if you want to be heard, and let your voice be heard on The Wiley Show. The number is 646-716-8447.
That's right. Bringing you the best in politics and celebrity gossip. This is The Wiley Show.
Y'all need to listen to that, okay?
Keep it going.
All right. 4635, calling you on air.
Hey, Wiley. Hey, Chat.
Hey.
I just want to say I'm glad. I'm glad they locked that nigga up. He needed to be locked up. He needed to stay locked up. How long did he think that he was going to do what he was doing to people's kids, regardless if parents was involved or not? How long he thought he was going to keep doing what he did and got away with it, regardless if them parents was okay with it. He's still a grown man that knew right from wrong, and he knew that messing with somebody underage was wrong, and he nasty, and he needed to stay right where he at.
Okay, well,
that's all I wanted to say.
Wow. Okay, well, thank you so very much.
Oh yeah, and the R. Kelly caller, she's crazy as hell.
Oh, well, I wouldn't say she crazy. I just said she have her opinion. You know, she makes.
I mean, she do got her opinion, but
she makes some valid points. And yeah, so you know, I respect her opinion. I don't agree, but I respect her for having her opinion.
I respect, you know, I mean, I gotta respect her opinion, but I mean, she crazy as hell.
All right, thank you so very much for calling in. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, thank you. I don't know, she's not crazy. She just have a difference of opinion, and that's okay. If a person don't agree with you, you don't have to call them crazy. You don't have to call them out their name. We just have to say this. We just gonna have to agree to disagree, and that's okay. Anonymous, you live on the air.
Hello.
Hi, welcome to the Wiley Show.
Yes, I would like to say this. I'm glad that they're locking up R. Kelly, but I'm very disappointed in America because there are several people that need to be locked up. We all know, as growing up, there's been several men, including when I was growing up, that have messed around with children, just like the last caller said. You had friends in high school that, you know, were 17-year-old young ladies, 16-year-old young ladies dating older guys. This is something that always happens in America. And it's just unfortunate that they prey on heavy with the black man. It's disgusting. You have the President of the United States, Trump, whose wife claimed that she was raped by this man. And also you had him going to the Epstein Island with a whole lot of politicians raping young girls, but yet, and also claims against Joe Biden has also been known for this. So there's several people, you know, we want to come down and hooray R. Kelly, and, you know, it's a victory, but let's not forget all the white people that are doing it as well. They are the true demons. They need to get their asses locked up as well. You guys remember that. We always want to go, like, you know, Tasha K always want to go for the black, but the white people are the worst enemy. Don't forget that. We need to lock their asses up,
hold
too.
on with the language. With the language. Oh, man, you just putting all a word. You owe me 2 cash apps. I ain't playing. I ain't playing.
I'm sorry, Wiley. But I'm gonna let you go. I'm just heated. You know, I'm tired of, you know, they destroying our race, and we're always focusing in, zeroing in on our race. Look, when you know the white people are doing the most, we're still basically in slavery in America. You know what I mean? So to put down R. Kelly, you better you better name a million white people that are doing it.
You're acting like white people that commit crimes are not going down. It's whites that are going down, being found guilty as well. So this is not a black and a white thing. This is about the right thing to do. And the right thing to do is report these predators to the police, let it be an investigation, and the state's attorney and whether federal prosecutors need to put them in jail. But there's some white people going down for this too. You acting like they don't go to rails. They go, but again, you don't never know where the case being built on them. You just never know. You just never know. But again, we should celebrate this.
Let's not play games. We see the color of their skin.
And we should celebrate this.
You got presidents leading a country.
We should celebrate this.
Pedophiles.
We should celebrate this. And again, I'm gonna say allegedly. I'm not gonna get on here just putting all these allegations out there.
It is a celebration.
I'm gonna just say allegedly because I don't know that to be true because I'm being in the room. They have not been charged or anything like that. So I'm gonna just say allege. Okay. Well, we thank you so very much for calling in, sis. Thank you. Child, you doing all that cussing, child. You got to go. No profanity, child. At least. Good gosh. That lady just called in, didn't care. Like we on the street or something. Whew. And probably don't even talk to her senator or her congressman. Probably don't even know who a senator and congressman is or congresswoman is or a state representative. All right, let's go. Hold on 1 second. All right, let's go to the next caller. 6268, caller, you're on the air.
Hello.
Hi, welcome to the Wiley
How
Show.
are you?
Doing well.
I've been off the internet for a while. I often call into your show.
Mm-hmm. Welcome.
I don't think you can hear me. I can't hear you.
I can hear you. Go ahead. Welcome.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Well, I want to thank God that this is what happened, Wiley. You know, they took these poor black men and poor people, period, and they gave them money and they took them to these Illuminati parties and they turned them out. They exploit them. They let them destroy. And then when they want to take them down, this is what they do. You know, and I mean to say the Illuminati got him. You know, he was a pedophile as well as Bill Cosby, as well as the one that owned the Playboy Mansion.
I want to say that about again. I'm gonna
it.
say allegedly, and I'm gonna also say allegedly about Bill Cosby because he was out. Because you're putting that on them people that because Bill was never charged, he was never convicted. His conviction was overturned actually.
But you must speak allegedly.
Yeah. I'm just letting you.
Okay, but I don't know. We got a bad connection.
I'm hearing you, but what else do you want to say? We can hear you.
I want to say that I'm glad that he's taken off the streets. And I hope that he be an example for, allegedly, for T.I. I hope T.I. stop his shit. Because when
the language, no cussing.
Same thing. Okay. I knew that T.I. was doing the same thing when he was young and dumb.
Oh, we gotta say allegedly. We gotta
still
say
think
allegedly.
He has the privilege.
We gotta say allegedly.
Until Horseface, until they pull Tiny in.
Oh
and his
man,
wife, they are next on the chopping block, baby. They are next on the chopping block, baby. I can't wait till they go in. Oh, I can't wait.
Well, again,
they next on the chopping block.
Well, again, statute of limitation have passed for T.I. and Tiny. I just want to put that out there.
No, it ain't going to be no statute of limitation because they're going to be taken off the street.
Okay.
I'm disgusted with them, and I can't wait. They are next, allegedly.
Okay.
Thank you, Wiley.
Thank you so very much. Shout out
All
to
right.
Jaguar Wright for calling in. Thank you so much. Oh man. These people, the thought and opinion of the callers do not directly reflect those of the host. Shout out to that. They just be putting it. Oh, he needs to go down. Allegedly. Hold on. We just gonna put that out on people. But this is a live, opinionated show. That is live, and people have their opinions about it. We've been on for a whole hour, and I'm not shocked. This is a lesson to anybody that think it's okay to prey on underage girls. This is not cool. So I just want to put that out there in the atmosphere. You can't do it. All right. The number is 646-716-8447. I want to make sure we got all the callers. We are live. Make sure y'all thumbs up this video. And we just want to just give a special shout out to all the callers that called in.
Exclusive. That's right. Bringing you the best in politics and celebrity gossip. This is the Wiley Show.
Y'all need to listen to that, okay?
Keep it going.
All right. Thank you all so very much for calling in. Yet this was another episode of The Wiley Show. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Follow me all on social media, Twitter, Instagram, The Wiley Show. Also follow us on Twitch, The Wiley Show TV. Thank you all so very much for your for supporting us. Thank y'all. And we will see y'all in the next live. Peace. Oh, I forgot. Let me shout out to all the moderators. Shout out to all the moderators in the house. Always got to shout them out. Shout out to all the members. I cannot forget that. Shout out to all the moderators. Show them some love. Thank y'all so very much for y'all love, for y'all support. And thank you so very much to all the producers. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good one. Peace.